Good morning, you lovely lot. Today is a strange, bittersweet, kind of happy, kind of sad day for a few reasons. Number one reason for being sad is I have sold my Sony A7 III. I no longer have the full frame stills camera. The reason behind it is reason number one why I'm happy. I have upgraded my drone to be able to shoot in Apple ProRes, so the video quality will have a substantial upgrade. I haven't seen anything up on YouTube just yet because I know YouTube compresses the files quite heavily, but I'll be able to see the difference and hopefully you will too. Reason number two, while I'm sad, Monsieur le Président Macron last night announced that as of midnight tonight, we are on lockdown again until at least the 1st of December. So that means that we have to shut our shop and all the stress and hassle that goes along with that. But I keep saying to Carol and to my family, to anyone that will anyone that will listen to me, that this is a really, really strange time to be alive. I really never would have expected to live through something like this. And here we are on lockdown for the second time in a year. 2020, eh? What a bitch. So, yes. On that note, because we know that we're not going to be able to see each other for a little while, Billy and I have decided to meet up, make a final video before lockdown, maybe have a couple of drinks, and just lock down with a bang, we'll say. So I'm going to pack up all my gear, what's left of it. I'm going to pack up all my gear and head over to Chateau de la Basmaignée, and we're going to put the thing through its paces now that it is upgraded. It's not upgraded to the max. There is still another video codec that is 1,100 euros. And I'm just not paying that. So 600 was enough for the ProRes license. I mean, that's a tough pill to swallow because it's like buying a car and then the engine being sold separately. It is a very Apple thing to do. But there we are. It is what it is. I wanted it. I want to be able to shoot in that higher video quality because I'm a crazy person. So I'm not going to talk here anymore. Not going to dwell in my own misery. Let's just get going. So before we take the drone in the air, I'm just going to walk you through the setup process, which compared to the drone I've been using before, the Mavic, is it's a lengthy one. Let's dive in. With the Mavic, it's a case of take it out of the bag, unfold it, turn it on, and you're ready to go within 30 seconds. So let's see how we do with the Inspire. Good thing you're here, Bill.
Inside the actual connector, it's meant to turn.
Yeah.
It turns, and it turns a little switch, electronic switch, to say that it's connected.
Oh, I see.
Otherwise it won't send power to it.
There's the SSD.
Oh, it looks nice on the back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's worth the money.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen any.
The transfer speeds are 6
Yes,
gigabytes a
it
second.
is fast.
Something stupid, aren't they?
Something stupid. Right, let's turn this on. So admittedly that took a little bit longer than normal because the connection plate had been moved off center and I didn't realise. But it's all good, it's meant to happen. So today's not the ideal drone flying weather, but should get some nice colours in the trees. And let's put this very expensive license through its paces. Future Dan here. What you will notice with the drone footage is because I put it in the absolute highest possible quality, it is a very wide aspect ratio, so there will be the black bars at the top and bottom of the letterbox, like you get in a lot of movies if you watch them on a standard TV. It just started spitting outside just a little bit, but it was enough for me to want to bring the drone back. I've given the footage to Billy and he's having a look at it now. Let's go see what he thinks.
It's unbelievable.
What do you think of the footage then?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. I can't believe you've got such an amazing drone, Dan.
Yeah, my really good friend found it for me.
Look at that footage.
Yeah, that looks really...
That is mega cinematic, that is.
even on this laptop screen, it looks really good, and that's not doing it justice at all.
Absolutely. It is fantastic, Dan.
Okay, the rain has now stopped, but unfortunately it is still extremely windy. So what I'm going to do instead is come inside the woods where there's a little bit of shelter from the wind, and we'll see what kind of stuff we can get from here, because there's quite a nice range of colors in here, and we'll see if the camera can pick them up as nice as I can see them. There she is. Just look at it. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's get up in the air. That is it for the day. A couple of things that I noticed about the drone which are a bit inconvenient is each individual clip has its own individual folder. So rather than just being able to drag and drop everything at one go into the editor, I'll have to go through each individual folder. But I'm sure there's a workaround. I'll have a look online, or if anybody knows anything about it, please let me know, because you'll be saving me a bit of time. What I'm going to do is I'll load the footage into the computer and I'll go through the clips one at a time. And I haven't seen very much of this. I saw the one clip with Billy. I'll go through it and I'll let you know what I think of it and see if it's worth the extra cost. And then I will stitch it all together into one Chateau montage. Right, let's get that footage into the computer and let's have a look. Here we are in the editor. I've got all the footage loaded up, and what I'll do first is select a portion of this chapel clip. This is the first one that we looked at, and I'll drag it in here so you can see what it looks like straight out of camera. And what you'll see here is the Luma waveform, which is how bright it is. So you can see here, down here we have the darkest areas of the image, and up here are the brightest. So to get this more akin to what you actually see, we'll go over here to the color wheels tab. So these being the shadows, bring these down to around about 0. Just about there seems fine. And here being the brightest parts, we'll bring those up to around about 100. Now, my personal preference is to take a little bit of brightness out of the mid-tones, because then you start to reveal a bit more detail in this kind of area. Now with the Apple ProRes codec, it does come out slightly washed out. It's not too bad. It's not as grey and as washed out as some other video profiles, but I will put just a little bit of saturation back in to give it a bit more color, especially because this time of year the leaves and the trees, there's a lot of difference in the color. So just get rid of that for now. So that is what it looks like out of the camera with the correction. Without, with. So for me personally, my personal preference is just to bring out more detail in the colors, especially this time of year where I think it's more warranted. The next clip I'd like to look at is just raising up, increase the altitude to get over the trees. So I'll bring that back into the timeline. Now because it was filmed in around about the same location, what I can do here, hang on, I'll just get the waveform back. There we go. I can copy the correction I've already done to this clip and I can apply it to this clip with minimal effort. Okay, so it's not a bad... I just saw the dog. There's the dog. It's not a bad starting place. The colours seem still a little bit washed out. So what I'll do here is I will apply a different kind of correction. You get these hue and saturation curves, and with this eyedropper tool here, you can select a range of colors and apply the correction only to that area. So we'll select the leaves there, the kind of orangey ones, and we'll push just a tad more orange into the image. And let's have a look. All right, I don't think that looks too bad. Let's see what it looks like without any correction. That's nothing. That is the straight out of the camera look, and that is the correction. Much nicer to look at. The last one I'd like to check is just a tracking shot of the Chateau. I locked the Chateau as the subject and just flew the drone in a straight line, and the camera was locked onto the Chateau. There, I think that would do. Let's have a look, see. Let's just check the smoothness first. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll just apply the same correction that I did to the other ones. I'll give us our starting point. Let's get the waveforms back. So that's not looking too bad. That's looking within the range of what it should. I'm quite happy with that. What I will do though is just bring those shadows down a little bit more, just to give a bit more contrast. What I've noticed about this camera, it has more of a green hue to it. So if you check the grass there, it is very green. It doesn't look that green through the human eye. So we come back to the hue and saturation curves, and what we can do is select the grass and just bring the saturation down and make it look just that little bit more how it looks in real life. So let's check that. Yeah, there you go. I'm happy with that. So this will be the last time that that I go anywhere apart from here or work for the next month. It's a strange time we live in, but you know, just got to grin and bear it. What I'm going to do to keep busy over this second lockdown is I am taking a PFCO course, which is an online drone license course for the UK. Because as soon as we're able, I'm booking a ticket to go to England and see my family. I have never ever been this long without seeing at least my mum and dad. So that's a bit tough. But I have a project in mind that I'd like to get out next year. I'd like to take the drone to the place I used to live, a county called Kent, because along the Kent coast, there's a fair number of castles, of Tudor castles. You have Deal, which is the town I used to live, Deal Castle, Dover Castle and Walmer Castle, all within about 20 miles of each other. I'd like to take the drone there. I'd like to take some decent looking photos with a little bit of history. I do mean like a snippet, a paragraph or two, and publish a book. I think it's something that every aspiring photographer needs to do, is publish an actual book. It's something that I'd really like to do. I would like to have my own book out of photographs, but in order to do that, I need a license to use my drone commercially in the UK. And because of this lockdown, it's all online. So I could do the entire course online while I'm here, and then I need 1 day for a flight assessment within a year. So that would be my project for lockdown. Hopefully it will bear fruit. Okay, everybody, that will do me for this video. That will probably do for the next 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how things go and whether or not I can find anything video worthy while we're on lockdown. I hope you enjoyed the footage as much as I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I was particularly blown away with the color quality of the camera with the upgrade. Is it worth the extra price? Only time will tell, I suppose, because this is the first time I've seen it, just like you. Oh dear. Well, thank you very much for watching, and wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, take care of yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Love you lots. Bye.